segment, and it is called Schrager bombs.
Yeah.
For the record, in the meeting this morning, I didn't know what one was. I asked, what exactly is a Jaeger bomb? And our producer, Eric Bolanos, knew immediately.
Very quickly.
I mean, he knew the answer real fast. Anyway, all right, I'm looking for 3 Schrager bombs. I'm looking for some NFL draft shockers. Where does it begin?
The draft will officially begin at the 9 pick, and I would say it's the highest TV rating we will have in years when the Saints are on the clock. Everyone legendarily talks when the Cowboys were on the clock in the Manziel draft, it reached its highest peak. If Shedeur is still on the board at 9, I believe the Saints at 9 will be the highest rated moment the draft has had in years.
And the question is, will they take him? And
I don't know!
all right. What's the next one?
Armand Membu. Armand Membu is going to be a top 10 pick, and I'm pretty confident I would say that's a lock. And why is that such a... Because that's not a household name. Armand Membu is not a guy that you've been watching in college the last few years. He plays a position offensive line, and he plays for a program that not necessarily was a topic of conversation, but this guy is an athletic freak, and I've been told he is a lock. If he's not the first, he'll be the second tackle off the board.
Jets at 7?
Very possible.
That's what everyone is mocking. And then finally, the quarterback.
I went for it. Look, the things to like about Jalen Milroe is that he can run a 4.3 40. He also has a 3.5 GPA, is getting a PhD or master's degree now. He is a cum laude graduate, smart kid, good leader, and from what everyone says, at the end of the first round, you get back in, you get him for 5 years, and even if he's not ready to start right away, you can put him in packages and you can let his athleticism loose. I think Jalen Milroe does go at the end of the first round.
I mean, that is so fascinating, and I've been saying it over and over. Get the guys in here. Lewis and Graz is back, and EJ Manuel is with us. The moment that the antenna went up on Jalen Milroe is the moment that he accepts an invitation to go to the draft. It may sound obvious to many, but for those of you not aware, the league doesn't bring all these guys in. They have 17 players coming, and these players don't want to be the guy sitting there all night long whose name doesn't get called. So if he's coming, it's because he believes he will hear his name called on Thursday night. Now, we started with the Giants. Let's talk about them. They are holding private workouts for 3 quarterbacks. Milroe is one of them. Shedeur Sanders is another. Tyler Shuck is a third. The Giants are scheduled to pick at 3, at 34, which is the second pick in round 2, and they have 2 third-round picks, 65 and 99. Does this mean that the Giants are looking to make a move at quarterback for certain? What should we be expecting?
I think the Giants know they need to address the position for the long term. There's no question about it. These 3 guys, you have to add Jackson Dart, who they already had a private workout with. So look at that group of 4 as the guys the Giants are focused on. Now, does that mean one of them is going to go at 3? I doubt it. It can't rule anything out 100% at this stage, but I doubt it. I think they're more likely to go with Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, whichever one of the 2 is still there at 3. But picking at 34, maybe ability to trade back up into the back end of the first round. When one or all of these guys gets close to them, they want to be as prepared as possible. So they do the private workouts. Brian Daboll, the head coach, wants to make sure he orchestrates a private workout with anybody, any quarterback he might pick. So that's what the Giants are doing this week. They want to be prepared when they have the opportunity to take a quarterback, which is something they know they need to do at some point.
So, Lewis, I mean, if we'll be sitting there Thursday night in Green Bay, a week from tomorrow, and again, we don't expect it, but I really want to get your sense of the player. If Shedeur Sanders is the pick at 3, what will you say?
I will say, look, I'm not surprised simply because of this, because I know how.
Is he worth being picked there? Is he that good?
Look, yeah, I think he's worthy of being picked there, especially if you can look. Quarterback evaluation is so subjective, all right? And when it comes to this young man, if you're going to say, look, we're going to pick him there and we're not going to continue to improve this offensive line, we're not going to continue to improve the wide receiver position and give Malik Neighbors some help on the perimeter, and we're not going to really put him in positions where we can get the ball out of his hands quickly, make sure that he can really highlight his superpower, which is accuracy and decision making. Look, if we're going to do all those things for him, I'm going to say, look, you're going to get the return on investment that you need. He is a dependent player, meaning he's not going to elevate your football team with a crappy offensive line and no weapons. No quarterback does. Patrick Mahomes doesn't. We saw it in the Super Bowl. And I think, at the end of the day, if he wound up taking them to a division title, gets them into a playoffs, and they win a playoff game, are you going to care if you took him 3 or if you took him 15 or 20? Are you going to care? No, you don't. But if he doesn't pan out, that's where the trouble comes.
Let me get go ahead.
The key thing to remember is if they pass on him at 3, it's not because they don't like him.
Correct.
It's because
Exactly.
Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter are potential monsters.
But you're also not guaranteed to get them at that point.
Correct.
You leave it open to chance, and that's the point. And I think, and I want you to run this tape for us again, I think everyone talks about him like he's risky. To me, he looks like the safest bet. The thing Shedeur Sanders does well will always work in the NFL. Well, I mean, of these quarterbacks, the things he does, show it. The things he does always work.
For one, you're going to see his pocket movement. This is what I love about this guy because he always keeps his eyes down the field. He's extremely poised, and most at home will see this as a route of 50-yard game. Now, right here, the ability to get out of the pocket. And I picked these two plays against BYU because that was the best defense in the Big 12. So you evade the pressure. You can take the easy throw right here with the check down. Nobody's mad at that. But ultimate confidence right here to put this thing up and over that can side, it turns into a touchdown. Right here, he's changing the play down here at the bottom of the screen. He sees the DBs like Louis Riddick trying to disguise and hide. They go two.
Perhaps not. Here's what I'm trying to say. I can't tell you he's going to be a great player. I can tell you this is a league where unbelievable skills have led to Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, and Anthony Richardson being drafted in the top 5. The stuff this guy does works in the NFL. We need another hour.
Yeah.
Call Stephen A. Tell him I need another hour. We're not. All right, here we go. It is a very interesting question. The Giants are sort of at the center of so much of the draft conversation. Who was the last Giants player to be named first-team All-Pro as a rookie?
It's a sneaky question because, like, Saquon Barkley was Rookie of the Year, but too obvious, right? Like, there's no way it's Saquon Barkley. It's sneaky Hembo. Odell Beckham, monster rookie year. But he missed the first 4 games of his rookie season. So I'm going off the board. I'm going back, okay, to a guy that had a great rookie year for the Giants, you know, a couple decades ago. And my guess is Jeremy Shockey. Yes?
That's correct. It's Jeremy Shockey. Schrager had it right, by the way. He said to me,
I like my process.
Good job. I went all the way back to Lawrence Taylor because a rookie being first-team All-Pro is pretty rare. Look at Hembo.
Shockey was
Nice try. Like, Hembo was down. Hembo was down. Shockey in 2002 is correct. All right, that is very well done. Once again, Graziano 20. Hembo 9. That is a big win. All right, Schrager, get in here. We'll debut a brand new